Alright, hey guys, welcome to this bonus puppy episode 6. This episode, mainly what I want to talk about is I just got done watching the Eureka 7 movie. Give Eureka 7, was it Sleep Good Night, Sleep Tight Young Lovers, or Pocket Full of Rainbows. And I must say, it was great. Since it came out, I guess maybe 2 years ago, maybe, I think. I've wanted to see it since then, and it definitely lived up to my expectations. It kind of started off it gave the backstory to when Renton and Eureka were small children, like maybe 5 or 6. It gave that backstory of how they kind of were together then and kind of met each other later on in the future. And I mean, just the way the movie flowed was really good. It had great action in it. It had really deep stories, and like Eureka does, the story reminds you of the show, the way it kind of flows together. But there's also, now I'm not sure this movie was supposed to, how did it go with the first show, whether it's before the first show or after or in between the first show. But the story felt like the first show, but there was little twists in it, and it was really good. Holland was great like always. He's one of my favorite characters. He was great like always. And just the way the movie flowed together was just perfect. I had maybe about 3 favorite scenes of the whole movie. One of my favorite scenes was when it was supposed to be a serious scene, but Holland was talking to one of the other guys in the bathroom, and they showed the guy while he was in the bathroom just sitting on the toilet naked. I thought that was funny how they were having a serious moment, but there he was sitting there naked. That was one. My second favorite scene was where they had just got to having another serious moment between Eureka and Renton, and then she gets ready to leave, and he asks her, "Where are you going?" And she's like, "Well, I gotta go to the laboratory," which I thought was funny because she was just going to the bathroom, but he was so worried about her. That was funny. And my third favorite scene was when he got shot. When they shot Renton, it was a great scene. I mean, I thought he was gonna die right there. So that was my third favorite scene. So I mean, if you're an Eureka fan, I definitely say watch this movie. I know I'm behind on the movie anyway. I think it came out maybe 2 years ago, maybe longer than that. But I just wanted to see it, and I thought it was great. I mean, I'm a big Eureka fan. I always thought the show was good. I've been trying to watch AO. I'm kind of behind on that, but I've always even though they're re-showing it now on Toonami, I'm rewatching it again now. That's just how much I like it. I just always thought it was a good show. The story was always good. I thought it had enough action mixed with romance to make a good show. Some people don't like it, but I've always been a fan of it. So I definitely recommend this movie if you're an Eureka fan. I would say, not just if you just like the show, don't watch the movie, because you might enjoy it, you might not. If you really love the show, I definitely say watch the movie. So I definitely recommend it. Okay, second off, went to Japan Fest this past weekend in Atlanta, and they had everything from karate to all kind of things. And there was one lady, she was selling like little teacups, but also on her table she was selling mangas, mainly just these 2 that I have. They were just kind of thrown on the table, like she was just packing up and said, I can just get these and sell these also. So I bought, there was only volume 1 and 2, so I figured I'd buy both of them. And it is Toto. I have yet to read it. I've just bought them just Saturday, so I haven't had a chance to read them yet. But I mean, they were only $2. So I'm hoping that they're pretty good. I don't know much about Toto. If you've read it, comment below. Don't spoil anything, but just tell me, is it worth reading? And so I'm looking forward to it. The way the action looks like it could be pretty good. The picture looks nice. So I bought volume 1 and 2 of that. So I'm hoping that turns out to be a pretty good manga. If not, they were only $2 a piece, so didn't lose much money on it. And lastly, I just finished reading this, The Death Note, Another Note, Los Angeles BB Murder Cases, and that book was epic. I mean, it was great. It was almost as good as the original mangas and the anime. It was just as enticing, just as action paced, with probably an even bigger twist in this book than the show had originally. Because in the show, I mean, you know, everybody knew that Ao knew that Light was Kira the whole time, but in this is a complete twist. Like you don't see it coming until like the very end. You can't even see it coming half, or you can't even really piece it together unless, well, I didn't anyway. I mean, maybe you can, I didn't, but it caught me completely off guard. It was a great book. It had great story to it. Ao was amazing in this book. And just one thing I loved about the book was the name of the victims. There was Beyond Birthday. Beyond Birthday was BB. There was Quarter Queen, Backyard Bottom Slash, and I can't remember the first victim's name, but his name also started with a BB. And there was 2 victims that they were trying to take the place of. There was I can't remember the names, but the names were so out there. I mean, Quarter Queen and Backyard Bottom Slash. Name, like, who would really name their kids that? The book was out there, but the story was amazing. I mean, if you're a Death Note fan, I definitely say get this book. I think my bookstore had it, so I assume that most bookstores will sell it. If not, I'm sure it's online somewhere. I mean, when I got done reading it, I was like, they should totally make this book into an anime. I mean, it's that good. I would definitely watch this if they made it into an anime, because there's enough story for an anime. There's definitely enough plot. There's enough characters for an anime. I would say you could maybe add 1 or 2. You can give the victims, give them a little backstory. It would make the show longer, but there's definitely enough, more than enough, for at least, I would say at least a 20 episode anime, at least 20 episodes, if not longer. I think the original Death Note was longer than that, I think. So it definitely go 20, if not more. So I mean, I don't know how many people have read this book. I haven't really heard much about it. Besides, when I saw it, I just thought it was interesting because it was Death Note. I'm a huge Death Note fan, but I loved it. I mean, I couldn't put it down. I just read it and read it and read it and couldn't put it down. So if you're a huge Death Note fan, I definitely say read it. It's definitely worth. And I mean, it's a short book. It's like 179 pages, which if you have time to read, is nothing. So I definitely recommend Death Note. Another note, and I love the picture in it. Just that picture alone. I don't know if you guys can see that picture or not. If not, I may have to post it on the blog. But I thought that was an epic picture that just got me into the book before I even read it. Also, the book is narrated by Mello. The whole book is narrated by Mello, which includes little side stories here and there, and he gives great insight into pretty much the whole life of Ao. So that was a great twist on the book also. That's pretty much it. AWA Anime Week in Atlanta is coming up next weekend. I'll be going as Maya from the band Element.C. If Robert goes, he'll be going as, what I've heard, he said Peter Griffin. So look out for, if you're in the area, we will be there. So that's the next weekend, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday in Atlanta, Georgia. So that is $30 to get in. If you're in the area, $30 to get in. It's a huge anime convention. Like, this is my 2nd year going, and I loved it last year. I'm pretty sure this year is going to be even better. So that's coming up, and we should probably have an Otaku Puppy episode up for that probably the week after, more than likely. Have an episode up for that about it. If not, I'll do a bonus puppy just showing things off and talking about it also. And we may still do a Otaku Puppy on it the next week. So be on the lookout for that. When I finish reading Toto, I will put the reviews up for Volume 1 and Volume 2 like I did for King of Hell 1 and 2. I'll put the reviews up on the blog. So that those Volume 1 reviews should be coming up sometime in the next week. Just look out for that. And that's pretty much it. So subscribe to the channel. Comment about the Eureka 7 movie. I want to know if anybody else has seen it and what did you think about it. And if you read the Death Note book, what do you think about that also? And Toto. Okay, don't spoil Toto, but if you've read it, let me know if it's good or not. Okay, well, that's pretty much it, I think. So, subscribe to the channel, comment. Don't forget to check out the blog, otakupuppy.blogspot.com. And Maho out.